Welcome, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and we do have a really great show lined up for you today. But we got to start with something that may not feel so good. Salman, please put this up. My family is dealing with my missing niece. Okay, she's 12 years old. She's been missing since Monday, and we just got the information late last night. So I want to put this up because, of course, here on Converge Media, we really care about the stories happening in our community as they unfold. And this is hitting me personally because this is my brother's daughter, his only daughter. And she's living with her godparents. They are raising her. And so Nakisha is reaching out. If you guys see her on the bus or see her out maybe downtown, I'm not sure where she may be. So this is really a call out. The picture is there. Her name is Nevaeh Hampton. She is 12 years old. You can see there in the description the last thing that she was seen wearing. We have since gotten an update that she may have gotten some other clothes from relatives and they're layered over. It looks like maybe like a tan sweatsuit. So I just am encouraging you all to, send your prayers up, your positive vibes, your positive thoughts. For those of you who meditate and see her coming home safely. I just appreciate being able to use this platform to share something that my family is personally going through, but it's also a story of our community. And when we talk about, young people who struggle with different things and they think that the best way for them to deal with it is to run away, to do something on their own. So I'm just encouraging you as well, Nevaeh. Just know we love you. We want you safe and sound. We want you home. Let's deal with whatever has you making these choices. We want to embrace you in love. And so I just wanted to start with that. It's a serious message, but of course, it's much needed. Of course, I also got to get the ball rolling here. And now is a great time for you to tag and share this stream, not only for that message there at the top of the show, but obviously for the amazing guests that we have on the show today. I get to dive in with my girl TDUB a little later on in the show. We're going to be talking about all things art out here in the community. TDUB stays with her ear to the ground and her feet to the streets. So we get to hear a little bit more from TDUB, of course, get a recap of episode 5 of Art of the Matter, and then move into what episode 6 is going to be coming up in a week, I guess, right? So looking forward to that. Also, it is ATS School Takeover. Alan T. Sugiyama. I got my gear on from them. Go Sharks. ATS School Takeover. We got some amazing folks in the building from that school. They're doing some great work. We're going to get to talk to the principal, Dr. Joe Powell, later on in the show. And then our guy in community who's always has a phone or a video or a camera in his hand. Anthony Tackett is going to be in the building. And then, oh my goodness, the legend Steve Sneed is also here, you guys. So we get to dive in with all of these guys about the great work happening at ATS School at Southlake. All righty. Got to make sure we keep this message alive around the vaccine. If you guys are still wanting some questions or trying to figure out where you guys can get information, you guys can go to hereforuswa.org. Salman is putting the link right there in the comments. Check it out. If you still are trying to find vaccine spots, testing spots, or you have questions because you're hesitant, they have produced some culturally relevant communication. We got to hear a bit from Keith Willis yesterday. It was a great time talking with him about this campaign, but shout out to the Department of Health for knowing that there was a need to reach the Black community directly, and they did it very intentionally. So check that link out. Also, right now, you guys can listen to Feel Good Friday anywhere that you guys find your favorite podcast. We got SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Google, everywhere that you guys find your favorite podcast. Just look up Converge Media Network. If you can never watch the show with us and all the beautiful fashion we bring here on Feel Good Friday, you can always check us out and listen. So Amon is putting that link also there in the comments. And, we got a couple of funding sources we're keeping alive and well. We got the first one up here from For Culture. They're doing some amazing project grants right now around arts, heritage, and preservation. If you guys know of any artists or you yourself are looking to do some projects for the city or for your community, man, check out this opportunity at For Culture. They're doing some great work. And I keep saying this with this message that, really they're funding things that often don't get funded in other sources. So we want to make sure that we're putting that information out there because we are so much better by all of these amazing works of art that we get to see throughout our city, our county, our state. So please check out that link or send it over to people that may benefit from that opportunity. And a shout out goes out to Seattle Colleges Foundation for this one right here, an average of $4,000 going to scholars that are going to North, Central, or South Seattle College. This right here is a great scholarship for y'all over there that are in school, that are looking to go to school, but you're like, man, I'm gonna need some help with some, books. I'm gonna need some help with some food. I'm gonna need some help with my rent. This right here goes to those things. So sometimes other scholarships are only there for books or tuition, but you can still use it on books and tuition if you want. But if you need food, if you need rent paid, if you need other things, a bus pass, just be on the lookout for this scholarship right there because it's open like that and you can buy those things with this scholarship. So shout out to Seattle Colleges Foundation for their hard work, knowing that students need that extra leg up. All right, you guys, we also got this message here because it's happening tomorrow and Sunday. Alvin Ailey tickets are still on sale. If you guys are looking to have a great weekend, this weekend is a family-friendly show. I'm excited I get to go on Sunday, and I'm telling you right now, I just keep hearing great things about this show. So I'm looking forward to it. Nationally acclaimed Alvin Ailey Dance Theater will be right here in our city on the 26th and 27th. Make sure you guys cop your tickets today if you can. As well as Beauty and the Beast. It's still running through the 27th. So if you guys want to take some young folks, they've really designed this show at the ballet to have a narrator. So it's really geared towards younger dancers. But of course, if you just love the ballet, love the story of Beauty and the Beast, check that out as well. Pacific Northwest Ballet. Shout out to you guys for knowing that there needs to be something that's geared towards these younger audiences with the narration. And I'll be honest, as a new audience member to ballet, it's going to be helpful to me too, because sometimes I need to actually know what's going on in the story instead of me interpreting it. So I'm excited about that as well. You guys, I'm telling you, this show right here, these guys I got in the building, I'm excited. I'm so excited. And always, I get to start off with my girl, TDUB, Art Queen here at Converge. We're going to be diving into all things art of the matter and all things art out there in the streets. Stay tuned right after this short break. You're watching Feel Good Friday. Hey there, it's Trae Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. I'm right here at the Paramount Theater. You know what else is coming here? Alvin Ailey. You guys can go ahead and go to stgpresents.org to get your tickets or Ticketmaster.com. They're going to be here on the 26th and 27th of this month. And let me tell you, they're going to be rocking the house out. It's an amazing family-friendly show. So bring your loved ones, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Tell everybody. Alvin Ailey's only here for 2 days. Let's show up and show out, Seattle, so that they know that we love them here. Get your tickets today. Welcome back, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and this is the moment in the show when I get to dive in all things art with my girl, TDUB. What up, TDUB?
What's going on, Trae? Happy Feel Good Friday.
Happy Feel Good Friday. And as always, you come through super coordinated.
Yeah, now.
Yellow, green, the 206 representing the Sonics. You know, I just love it all.
I'm feeling real Seattle today. I have to represent.
Yeah, real Seattle.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I see that you too are going to Alvin Ailey, looks like tomorrow, which is great that they're in Seattle. We get to experience this nationally acclaimed dance theater. Tell me about your excitement.
I am so excited. So anytime Alvin Ailey is in Seattle, my family, we absolutely try to go. And it's no exception. You guys need to be at the show. They are putting on amazing performances, the history, the culture, the vibe. It's phenomenal. It's not something that you want to miss. So please make sure you get there this weekend. I got my family from New York in town this weekend. So we're all going to go and go see an amazing show. So I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, you really pull it together. I'm telling you, the whole family is getting to go. And I know we were like, hey, look, Mama Dub need those tickets. But it's a great thing that your family's in town too and that they get to experience the show here.
Absolutely.
I know I've talked to folks who have seen it in other places throughout the country, and they're just like, I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. But really, you know, Alvin Ailey does not disappoint.
Never.
They never disappoint.
Not once. Yeah. And the fact that we get to experience that here is all the more reason to be there.
Yeah. And I'm always saying too, the more that we can really show up for shows that come here.
Exactly.
I think that opens up the opportunity for more shows to come here. I think it's the same with art, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, 99% of success is showing up. You know, we get these things because we go there. We get to experience them because they come to us. So you gotta show up, man.
Gotta show up. Yeah. So recap of Art of the Matter episode 5, man. This show, I'm telling you, it's on a roll.
Man, we are really on a roll with Art of the Matter. Episode 5 premiered this Monday. Joey Nix, The Art of Industry. We had our live premiere right here in studio. I got to have my sis Perry Roden with me. She sat with us, told us about her story. We got to watch the episode together and recap it and just talk about, art and connection and all the things. And it was really, really beautiful. So Art of the Matter episode 5 is available now, as well as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you haven't seen them, please catch up. We got a lot of good stuff going on.
You know what? That's a great thing too about how we produce these shows and put them out there. Right. You can always go back through the archives, baby. If you miss anything,
once, twice, 3 times, tell a friend.
Check them out. Yes. And honestly, like some of these shows, you learn more as you watch it again.
Absolutely.
You're like, wait a minute, I missed that on the first time I was watching it, especially when it's live and you're kind of in the fields and people are in the comments. It's a lot. Right. So when you go back and watch, it's like, ooh, I'm really allowing this to settle in.
Absolutely.
How is it for you? Because, we keep talking about, you as an artist being able to connect with these other artists.
Yeah.
And now, 5 episodes in, working on episode 6 now at this point. I mean, tell us how it has been for you to really connect with artists for Art of the Matter.
Oh, man, it's really been an unexpected blessing, honestly. I didn't know that I was going to end up, hosting and producing a show of this capacity, but storytelling, especially storytelling of artists, has always been something that's been really, really passionate for me. And to be able to highlight my people and new friends and Kevin Morales and Pen Cayetano from Belize, getting to travel through this platform. It's just been really, really amazing. And making those connections and telling these stories and dropping all these gems. Like, artists aren't necessarily known for being talkers, but, we got some knowledge. So I just wanted to make sure that, that history got highlighted. So I'm super grateful. I'm honored to be able to do what we do with Art of the Matter. I'm happy that I get to do it with Converge, it's just really powerful.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I love it too, because it really is filling a gap we didn't even know we had.
Right.
Like the idea that there's so much art happening.
So much.
I always learn something new every Friday. That
so do I.
Like,
so do I.
I'm like, wow. So tell us, there's some art news out there, some art hitting the streets. Tell us all about it.
Absolutely. So I did a thing this week. So I'm letting you guys know about stuff that is going to happen instead of the stuff that I already went to. So now you get to experience the things as well. But I first want to talk about last night. So last night, Mopop's Founders Award honoring Quincy Jones happened. This is their biggest annual fundraising event. The who's who of everybody is there. They honored Quincy Jones, who is a Seattle legend for many reasons. But my collective, the Matter Collective, actually got to collaborate with the museum on a permanent piece honoring Quincy Jones. So that piece got unveiled last night. Brady was there. He put together a little clip for us. So we're going to watch it right now.
Oh my goodness, I'm over here shocked. I'm staring at the big monitor, y'all. TDUB,
Yeah.
come through, man. Tell us
telling
about
you.
how it was to work on such amazing collaboration. And honestly, you're right, really showing up for a real legend of Seattle.
Man.
That is a beautiful piece, TDUB.
Thank you so much. And I am so honored to be able to do, what we did. So basically, since the mural that happened on Capitol Hill in 2020, we've been getting a lot of looks, obviously. And the collective, Vivid Matter Collective, got approached by Mopop to do a collaboration. So we spent, I want to say, about a year trying to figure out how we were going to activate together. And this piece is actually just one of what will be many collaborations between us and the museum. So their founders event was coming up. They were like, hey, what do you guys think about doing something honoring Quincy Jones? So we put our 16 heads together and came up with that amazing piece that you saw in the video. We got to unveil it last night. There will be another public unveiling happening in the future. But yeah, like, so thankful to Mopop for the opportunity to, honor a legend at the very least, and thankful to my brothers, Barry Johnson and Moses Son, for leading that design effort. Yeah, I'm just super proud and honored to be able to just be out here doing big things, like
big teams indeed.
Yeah.
When I tell you, it is such an honor to sit with you every week and hear what you have going on. And let me say, friend, you came out looking sharp. You said, I'm stepping all the way out. You know,
your girl clean up nice. I ain't gonna hold you.
It looked amazing and looked like such a fun event.
It was so fun.
Thank you for your work, because I know our city is so much better through Vivid Matter Collective. There's other artist collectives out there. It's really like, man, we're showing up and showing out in ways that are really being not just like respected, but super accepted and now like urgently like required, right? Like there's a huge demand for it, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you again. I want to thank Mopop. I want to thank Founders Award Committee for having us. Last night was beautiful. There was live performances and music and art and food and drinks and dancing. It was just it was a fantastic time. We had a great time, and again, looking forward to more amazing art.
So now people can go to Mopop and check this out.
This is a permanent installation at Mopop that we did with them, and yeah, definitely go check it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Permanent. That's saying something.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we also get to talk a little bit about Art of the Matter episode 6.
Yeah.
Tell us about what we're looking forward to.
Yes, absolutely. So episode 6 of Art of the Matter is going to be an incredibly personal one. Not only am I featuring an amazing artist, performer, host, just talented individual in Kayla Bailey, this is also my partner. So this is my partner in love, so it's going to get real deep. We talk about all the things just in our regular life. We talk about everything, you know what I mean? So this episode is going to get into her whole story, as well as our connection coming together, what the pandemic has been like for us, building a home, building a family, and what the future holds for Kayla Bailey as an artist. So I'm really, really excited to dive in with my girl, literally. So, it's going to be an amazing time. So yeah, definitely tune in April 4th. So not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after that. We're going to have a whole bunch of promo coming out. So stay tuned to that. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man. I can't believe it.
This is so exciting for me because, we learned so much and just doing the Black Love series just last week. I'm telling you, there is always something so special about these stories. And the fact that both of you are artists and you get to really dive into that, what it looks like. We've been talking about some artist collaborations since you've been coming on with partners. And so I can't wait, TDUB. Thank you for getting personal with the audience so we can, experience Kayla too.
Yeah, I mean, this is what this show, Art of the Matter, is all about. It's like, I have the privilege of knowing some incredibly creative and amazing people. Like literally all my people are creatives, are artists, from live performers to acrobats to burlesques to you name it. I know people that do everything, and I get to connect with these people on an incredibly deep level. So I want to share that, with the world.
And you're doing a fantastic job.
Appreciate that.
I'm telling you.
And I do want to make sure that we do talk about we didn't get a chance to talk about the art news.
Oh,
so let's make sure we get into that. Cause we got a lot of stuff that's coming up. So I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on and make sure that you get to these events. So first off, Moisture Festival, which is the world's longest and largest running comedy and variety festival, is happening right now through April 10th. And I want to say March 31st is the first performance of Liberty's Burlesque happening at Broadway Performance Hall. the who's who of burlesque performers is going to be in this show, from Knox Falls to Kayla Bailey to Audra Boo, Inga, you name it, they're going to be there. So Broadway Performance Hall, definitely make sure you go and see that. Creative Justice asked their youth, if you could say anything to the world, what would you say? And that show is actually happening at the Link Project, March 31st, 5 to 8 p.m. Definitely go check that out. Art Out of Focus 2, The Art of Sampling from Fly a Blind Guy. He's got his latest installation happening at the Link Project as well. Opening reception is April 1st. Definitely go check that out, as well as the Link Project's monthly art walk, Nothing But the Rent, happening on Thursday, April 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. So definitely make sure you go check all that out. Beautiful paint and sip. Definitely make sure you're there. And of course, Alvin Ailey this weekend. Like, there's a lot going on, so make sure you go see it. There's a lot of art, so dig in.
A lot of art. I mean, I gotta say, when people are like, "Oh, there ain't nothing going on in Seattle," ain't nothing.
Man,
You just gotta know exactly where to come, and
where to
it's
look.
right here, you guys, on Feel Good Friday. If you didn't realize, TDUB is gonna make sure she's bringing you all of
I'ma
the
make
good
sure.
tea from the streets. Know what's
All
going
of it,
on.
all of it.
TDUB always appreciate you being here with
Likewise,
me on
Trae.
Feel Good Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ooh, some amazing events to go check out this weekend and next week, and it looks like the following week even. You guys get prepared, make some room on your calendars. Thank you so much. Well, up next, we get to bring in big guns. Dr. Joe Powell, principal over at Allen T. Sugiyama High School, is going to be joining me after this short break, y'all. You're watching Feel Good Friday. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. I'm right here at the Paramount Theater. You know what else is coming here? Alvin Ailey. You guys can go ahead and go to stgpresents.org to get your tickets, or ticketmaster.com. They're going to be here on the 26th and 27th of this month. And let me tell you, they're going to be rocking the house out. It's an amazing family-friendly show. So bring your loved ones, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Tell everybody. Alvin Ailey's only here for 2 days. Let's show up and show out, Seattle, so that they know that we love them here. Get your tickets today. Hey there, it's Trae Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
I'm just rocking. That is an amazing ad right there. Our friends over at Weird at Night, you know, we'll be talking about that later on in the show, but it happens on Saturdays at 10 p.m. and they definitely get weird. And I got to say, I'm excited because they incorporate me into their show sometimes. And so I love that. But of course, I'm also really excited because joining me right now is Dr. Joe Powell from ATS School, Allen T. Sugiyama. Thank you so much for being here.
No, I'm just grateful to be here. Grateful to be here.
You know, we met up and we had a conversation. I came and visited the school, but I want you to be able to tell the audience right now, tell us more about Allen T. Sugiyama. This is an amazing feat you guys are doing out there in the Rainier Beach area, but tell us about it.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for asking. So the whole concept actually started, I would say 6 years ago. Because I was actually the assistant principal at the time, and Dr. Laura Davis Brown was the principal. And so I would have to say we actually had this vision for the South End around creating these pathways for our young people. And we wanted to also have partnerships because we knew that we had an obligation when it comes to educating our young people. The obligation was we cannot do learning like it's been done for too many years. We can't do it. You know, we have too much of an obligation. And so what we decided to do is bring in teaching artists into our program and to build these partnerships so that way our young people not only get the best academics, you know, and when I say the best academics, the importance of it is that they have to look at how we do math, right? Looking at what is math and how can it be done? You know, that's the question that all of our, we refer to each other as family. You know, that's really what it is. It's like a small community, small family. And it's really important that we're constantly asking ourselves questions about learning and how can we do it differently as it relates to the academic side of it. Now, on the arts and entertainment pathways side, it was really important to make sure we brought in people from the community that's connected and have relationships, because once we reached out to the different partners that we currently have, it's one thing for people to say, okay, this is what we're about, but if this is really what we're about and truly what we're about, we want to see it in the partnerships. And so with all of our partners, you know, I commend them because they're taking that next step about being about what they say they are, you know, so being known for their works. Yeah, that's really what it's all about. And so we have the arts and entertainment pathways that's been developing over the 6 years. And I just actually came into the principal role this year. So this is my first year in the principal role, but I'm definitely keeping the vision that was originally started 6 years ago. What we also did was we actually, in our rebranding process, we actually started, we renamed our school because a lot of people know it as South Lake High School. And the reason that we retained South Lake, you know, because now it's known as Allen T. Sugiyama High School at South Lake, because we were in the rebranding process when we were actually approached by the Sugiyama family regarding the name change. And it was a perfect fit. We had to make sure that it was a perfect fit. And what we found out is that it was great because the family was looking to connect themselves with a school in the community that represented who Allen T. Sugiyama was. You know, he was a strong leader in our community, you know, during the civil rights, and he fought for all people. And what was amazing about it, he created the Center, the Center for Career Alternative Programs, and it helped so many people, so many. And when we first started, when we changed the name, what was amazing about it is that when we were telling people that we were thinking about changing the name, so many people were connected to him already. So it was almost a given that we had to have us come together, you know, as one community to lift up the South End. The other piece that we incorporated in our program is the we partnered with the Y Scholars program because we also wanted to create college and career pathways for our young people, because what it really is about is not just the attainment of that diploma. We want young people to look beyond the diploma. That's really what it's about. So we have a plan, a pathway, and exposing them to so many of the possibilities and opportunities that's in the arts and entertainment, you know, that they would not have the opportunity to be exposed to had it not been for this incredible group of partners that now we can call families are part of.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I was really impressed. I mean, you know, talking to you and walking through the school and understanding that there is a lot of people pouring into these scholars there at ATS at South Lake. You guys really are saying we needed to reach out, like you said, to those professionals and those experts. Tell us about some of the ways that you did that and who these amazing partners are.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you for that question. So I'm going to have to just tell you that one of our guests on the ATS takeover today, we referred to him as the legend, Steve Sneed. So it started with the conversation with Steve Sneed because he and I, you know, attend the same church, and he was over the church school, you know, and I have 3 sons and they all go to the church school. And at one of the presentations, I heard the legend make a comment about his upcoming retirement. And then I said to myself, I need the legend to be part of building this incredible hub in the South End of Seattle. And so it really started with the conversation with the legend and his relationships and the importance of relationships. Because had it not been for the legend, I have to be honest, I don't think we would have been able to pull together the incredible list of partners, family members that we currently have. So right now we have the residency, thanks to Jace, because Jace was a tremendous supporter of our program. And so he and I, talked over time because we wanted to get the music as a component and for our young people to really get a chance to experience music. And so the residency signed up. And so again, they're making sure that they're about what they say they're about, being known for their works. We have the Seattle rep, who's also partnered with us. We have KEXP Radio, who's on board. We have Ground Zero Radio, also part of it. The CD Forum for Arts and Ideas are on board as well, creating incredible internship opportunities for our young people. And we also have Anthony Tackett, who does the storytelling and filmmaking course at our program. And so those are just a few, to name a few, but I'm more than confident that it's going to continue to grow as we build this important hub for our young people. I mean, it's crucial that we build it, but we have to build it right with the right foundations, the right individuals. And that's really what I feel that we've been able to do. And the biggest thing, we talk about our vision, right? And our vision, we are a family that believes, inspires, and empower voice and choice. But in order to do that, we have to continue to work collectively because we can't do it alone. And we have another term that we use, remixing education, right? Remixing education. That's the obligation we have as educators. I could have easily came on board, done school like we've always done it, but we're losing too many young people. At some point, I used to say to myself, at what point are people going to just step out and do the right thing for our young people? Looking at data, our students, we don't have enough students. Our students, we're losing low enrollment. Students are off track to graduate. It's not, brains, it's not brain surgery. We are not connecting, truly engaging young people. And that's really what we figured out as a family. We have to engage young people. And this is the most powerful way we found to do it. And then our next step is we got to let our families and communities know that we're there. Because that's the biggest piece, that we've been unseen for so many years. Even people who live close by didn't know that we were there. And so just imagine to be in a place and to be invisible, right? To be invisible.
It's so true. And that's why I'm really glad that you guys could come on. We could do an ATS school takeover today. I really appreciate the gear. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I got you. But you're absolutely right. I think awareness is key, and having strong advocates of the school like you do with the family and the partners that you guys have is also really key to that. But when I was in the school, I could feel that vibe of just the connectivity of you and Tack, you guys showing me around. And really there's a bunch of intentionality there, but let folks know, because this is something where it's a choice school, right? It's an option school. So when people are like, man, wait a minute, do I got to live in the district? What do I got to do? Right. There's a way for their child to go to ATS, right?
No, absolutely. And all it takes is if they go contacting the enrollment services at the Seattle Public Schools, they can actually refer and it goes step by step on what families need to do to get started into the pathway of remixing their students' learning. And the other thing is that if they call the school, is our the number or the number. So if they call 206-252-6600, ask for our registrar Anna, and Anna will absolutely help them step by step on what they need to do to make, this space their home,
Well, I think that's so important too, because we're talking about accessibility.
Yes.
And sometimes when you're talking about awareness, I always, the next thing I think of is how accessible is it to families? Because you're right. I mean, you were telling me some of the history of this school. And when you guys began to do the rebranding, it was because it wasn't just about completion of graduation or getting, your credits right? It wasn't just about that. But you guys said, no, we got to be intentional. And you guys are meeting students where they are in terms of their interests, which I'm so glad I get to talk with Anthony and with Steve here today, because I understand that is the intentionality that I think is so prevalent there. So I appreciate all of your work on this school, Doctor. I've got to tell you, you're doing amazing work. And I'm just glad that you guys could be on today so we can help share it with our audience, because a part of it is awareness, them knowing, like you said, that you are there. You can look right there and let them know how they can reach out to you if they got questions about this process.
Absolutely. So if anyone is interested in becoming part of the ATS family at Southlake, please, again, you can contact the Seattle Public School Enrollment Office and they will assist you in that. Or you can call our school directly at area code 206-252-6600. And what I always tell families that, even inquire about us, if you go to our website, it's atsremixingeducation.com, and you just from visiting that website will get a feel of what the culture of voice and choice is really all about. And again, it's atsremixingeducation, one word, .com. And, again, we would love to have you come join the ATS family.
Absolutely. It's so welcoming. You know what? Thank you so much. We pulled this together quick, but I told you, I said, this is important. Absolutely. We got to make sure our community knows about it. Thank you so much, Dr. Joe Powell. We appreciate your work.
And thank you for always being known for your works.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's a must. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm telling you, we're going to be diving in all things ATS on this episode. Up next is my brother out there in community, Anthony Tackett. I know y'all probably seen him with a camera in his hand, capturing some amazing footage. You guys, he's going to talk to us about the storytelling and filmmaking right there at ATS. After this short break, you're watching Feel Good Friday.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. I'm right here at the Paramount Theater. You know what else is coming here? Alvin Ailey. You guys can go ahead and go to stgpresents.org to get your tickets or ticketmaster.com. They're going to be here on the 26th and 27th of this month. And let me tell you, they're going to be rocking the house out. It's an amazing family-friendly show. So bring your loved ones, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Tell everybody. Alvin Ailey's only here for 2 days. Let's show up and show out Seattle so that they know that we love them here. Get your tickets today. Welcome back, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and joining me on set right now is my guy, Anthony Tackett. What's up, bro?
What up? What up? How's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you today?
I'm all right. Blessed to be here.
Yeah, I know you're normally on the other side of the camera, so we talked about that, but I really want to dive in a little bit to your history because you've been doing this for a really long time, and every time I'm in some type of space around film production, your name always comes up. I got to tell you that. Like, it always comes up. And so tell us a little bit about what got you started as, a filmmaker.
Well, I mean, jeez. It's a family thing. We grew up in church and did church plays with my mom, and I somehow got cast as the lead and helped with a lot of things in that, and went into high school, Franklin High School, and learned production there, video production. A little bit after that, well, actually, it was after I graduated, I continued to teach there. The teacher who was new from last year was like, "You helped me so much. Can you help me this year?" So I kind of helped teach a high school class when I just finished high school until I found Langston. They were doing a film workshop. And so I moved over to the film workshop, met a lot of great mentors from there, became the apprentice director photographer, and started to do work with the crew on commercial stuff, like later down the road, and doing music videos with my brother, Kinfolk Productions, and doing all kinds of concerts. And then moved into corporate and commercial and just all kinds of different things, just fashion, like just kind of started to emerge, and it started to get a little overwhelming. And so I started this film group called the Seattle Filmmakers of the African Diaspora, because I realized white people were like, "Man, I need to find more Black people." And I'm like, "I'm busy." They're like, "You got any more?" I'm like, "Well, here's some referrals from the film group," and there was pushback. "Well, they're not qualified, or they may not be." So I started to do workshops within the film group and got people to meet each other, build their own brand, continue what they do with new clients, old clients, but with a new approach, regulated prices, because a lot of people are undercutting each other. And it seems to be a union of folks now that is really valuable to the city, because it's a big push for DEI, big push for BIPOC to be on productions. And so we've been addressing that through the film group, which is
I'm gonna tell you, it's phenomenal. When you first told me about this, because you guys were meeting at Black Dot, and my office was at Black Dot, and I'm like, "Oh, what? You're talking about over 300 folks that really now really comprise this group, and everybody is tapping in when they need to and connecting when they need to. But it really is this family of amazing production folks. And some of you out there may know about like Production Peeps or something on Facebook. There's these other kind of groups, but this is all about those from the African diaspora. And really, you have done a great job with that. So I just got to send you some kudos right now to that work, because it really is in such an intentionality. And I will say that right now, I mean, we just saw some legislation passed to open up some incentives for films to be here. We were at a $2 million budget. Now it's $15 million. So, tell us about what you think that's going to bring in terms of creativity to the city.
It's going to open up a lot of opportunities for folks. Hopefully, that's always the hope. I mean, who gets the money at the end of the day is still in question until they actually start to do it. But the hope is, filmmakers from our group can work together to get that money, to build a production that's the size of what a Dr. Powell reference is a lot, Tyler Perry, or like I like to say Spike Lee, or like any of the big folks that work together to build a studio philosophy that's successful. So that'd be great to see here locally. And also it would bring productions from the folks just mentioned, and give it an opportunity to bring in. My focus is Black folks. It would be great to see us on productions getting this award money, this incentive, I should say, so we can tell our own stories. Like, that's the best part. That's what I would love to see come out of that.
Yeah, I'm always telling folks, like, in terms of, my next step, it's definitely, I started some films. I want to make sure I kind of button those up, but I have this project that I, been brewing in my head for like the last 10 years.
Okay.
So it's time to like make it happen.
Yes.
And it's a great time for that. But I also think too, one of the things that is inspiring to me in that way is to be the thing so people see the thing. And this is something that really resonates with me in terms of young Black creatives, right? Opening up opportunities for them to say, man, I didn't have to go to LA or Atlanta or New York or any of these kind of hotter markets for me to make it, because there's opportunities right here in our city. So tell us about now, you taking all that experience and all that community connection, and now you're over at ATS doing amazing works with young folks. Tell us about that.
Well, the legendary Steve Snead here says he's been tracking me down for a year. Dr. Powell calls it team building. He's building an A team. So I know my students call me Mr. T.
Love it.
And so they brought me in. I was going through some things in my life. My father passed away the day that they called me. And the way my dad operates in heaven is he wants to make sure that heaven rains down some money so we can pay a mortgage.
Yeah, there we go.
And it was a blessing. It came out of the sky. I've never taught high school before, and it was an opportunity to teach high school for a year. And it was just like, wow. I said, it took me a while to really grasp the concept of this endeavor. And I just went for it, because at the same time I was also I was taking classes at the Evergreen State College, graduated with bachelor's in liberal arts. Thank you. And was still teaching the school in between. And it's been really, really great. They said they brought me in because of my skill sets and what I brought to the table. I've taught classes before, and mentored a lot of folks with the film group that we have going. So it was, for me, it's a good opportunity. I started in high school, so it's kind of full circle, with working with ATS, and the students there are great. They're taking in all the information. They're creating their own programming. Next quarter, we're going to do something like this with our students, with Converge's help and help with other partners that we have, hopefully.
I love it. Well, as soon as you said it while I was there, you're like, we need to bring back like student TV. I'm like, yes, right?
TV in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't have that when I was at Garfield, but it would have been such a great addition. And just another opportunity. Again, you're meeting students where they are. Thank you so much for the work you're doing at ATS and everything that you've done in community. I'm so glad that you can make time on your busy schedule to be with us today on Feel Good Friday.
Always time for Converge. Always time for you, Trae.
We love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I get to end the show. I'm telling you, they've been calling him the legend all day, and it's because it is real. Steve Snead is in the building, you guys. Snead. He'll be joining me after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching Feel Good Friday. Hey there, it's Trae Holiday. And of course, Besa and I had to take a trip back to Market Street Shoes to grab some items. They always know what to show us. And let me tell you, we both spent quality time to be sure we collected some amazing additions to our wardrobes. They have some of the most unique bags, shoes, and accessories. I mean, the whole shebang. It's always a good time when I get to shop with my girl Besa. Make sure you go check out Market Street Shoes, y'all, and you too can walk out with some dope gear.
When the pandemic hit, it did affect me. As a barber, I had my own personal reasons why I didn't get vaccinated. At the time, I didn't check the actual source. I thought the vaccine was developed too fast, but I was talking to a doctor and he was telling me more about the vaccine and what it can do to protect us and our family. I wanted to get back to that once was, right? I do feel safe knowing that I am vaccinated. I just hope what I'm saying is reaching into people's heads to know that this is the best decision for all of us.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. I'm right here at the Paramount Theater. You know what else is coming here? Alvin Ailey. You guys can go ahead and go to stgpresents.org to get your tickets or ticketmaster.com. They're going to be here on the 26th and 27th of this month. And let me tell you, they're going to be rocking the house out. It's an amazing family-friendly show. So bring your loved ones, bring your family, bring your neighbors. Tell everybody. Alvin Ailey's only here for 2 days. Let's show up and show out Seattle so that they know that we love them here. Get your tickets today. All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Feel Good Friday. And the energy is definitely feeling good up in here. I'm so elated. I don't even have enough time, but Steve Sneed is in the building. What's up, Steve?
What's up?
Oh, my goodness. So, okay. I'm talking about Anthony Tackett's name always coming up, but you know your name is a constant when we talk about creative works right here.
Yeah.
Just tell the folks a little bit about, because you have such a long pedigree, but just tell them a little bit about why you said, this is how I'm going to make my mark here in the city.
Well, it really started, I started as a young performer. I played African drums in my church, and we started a group, and we performed all over the state, actually. We played in every prison in the state of Washington, I like to say. But that started when I was about 15. And so from there, I was booking the group. I was doing a lot of the creating of the materials. And so by the time I got to college, I understood the value as a young person, what performing can do for you. And I established something. It was actually my graduate project, or my project to graduate. I called it DCM for the arts, and it stood for discipline, confidence, and motivation. And so my plan was to take this concept, take it back into my neighborhood where I grew up in the central area, Seattle, and use theater and creative arts to teach discipline, confidence, and motivation. So with every artist, you have to be disciplined, because you've got to have a regular routine of rehearsal or practice, or some discipline, right? With the work, you've got to be confident to get in front of people and do crazy stuff. And you have to be motivated. And the motivation is a real interesting one. As an actor must understand their motivation to know how to play the part, to know how to behave, to know how to walk, to know how to do all that they do. So that really was the foundation for the work that I did. And then I wound up at a place called the Madrona Community Center, and we started the Madrona Youth Theater. We did a play way back then called, this was one of our best ones at least, A Night in the Life of Bessie Smith, Little Miss Dreamer. You remember it, I can tell. And Felicia Loud was in it. And it ran for 16 weeks, we like to say. And so it was a hit. But it was just a little basement and a little place where we did this production. From there, I went to Langston and wound up becoming the director of the cultural center there. And then from there, with the city of Seattle at the Seattle Center, managing festivals. So between Langston and the Seattle Center, I wound up with about 30 years. And in that time, I met a lot of people and did a lot of things. And so they keep calling me, see, Dr. Powell keeps calling me a legend. It just means you old when they call you legend, right? You know a lot of people because you've been around a long time. But really the idea was to then go back and teach. And then Dr. Powell comes up and asks me what I teach. I'm like, wow, Lord, you heard me, huh? So, and it really has been a blessing to be in there with the young people, because I know the power of the arts. And now I really know it because I've lived it. And I have the young people come up to me. Now they're old. They're like, they look like they're my age in some cases. And they come up and they say, Mr. Sneed, I really like what you taught me back in, whatever it was. And getting that feedback, it tells me you don't count any child out.
That's
right? You never give up on a child, because you never know. I can give you several examples of young people. They'll come up to me and say, oh, Mr. Sneed, I'm so embarrassed at how I behaved back then. Because now, they're productive people. They're doing things in the community or wherever they choose. And it just tells me you don't count anybody out.
Well, I gotta say, this is something that resonates with many of us because we really experienced it. I'm one of those kids, and Jasmine Scott, my girl, every time I get to interview her, you are such a big factor of what we both shared as young people. I was in A Night in the Life of Bessie Smith, and I played young Bessie with Felicia playing the adult Bessie. And, Felicia was a huge, inspiration to me because I saw her in Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. And it was really the moment where I was like, I need to do that. Like, right. I want to get on stage. I want to act.
Right.
And so then I got to work with her at Garfield and the Justin Emeka, shout out to you, with our theater troupe and drama troupe at Garfield, and really taking a lot of that experience at Langston, working with Nana Kabibi. So I really, I'm one of those young folks, right?
Yeah.
But I agree that it's so important, and it's a beautiful thing that you get to do this at the school. Now you're doing theater arts and really teaching them. Tell us a little bit about how this experience is taking it to the next level.
Well, it's really, like I said, I've been doing it all these years in some form or another. But in the school, you're in a school, right? And the kids come to school, and it's school. No matter what you call, what you got going on, it's still school. So you have to develop a relationship with them. So we make a point to do field trips. I take them to see plays or to museums or wherever we can find a field trip. I bring in speakers. I like to have people come in and talk to the young people so they can see professionals. So we got to get you in there, right? We got to get you to come in, talk about, because I understand they're watching it right now.
There we go. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So they're they exposure to the profession. And I have to say, exposing them to the profession, the arts and entertainment, it's just, that's what I do. So that's what I think we expose them to. But we have to understand the skills are transferable, right? Yeah. Even though, many of them may not be professionals at some point, but, the arts, it's an amazing thing because you don't have to be a professional to still practice in some way, to be involved. I don't even like the term professional because it makes you think something it's not real. Expression and being able to express yourself, whether it's writing poetry or being involved in making films. Like I've heard you say, you got a film project you're working on. And this is the creativity, especially for us as a people, it's a part of who we are and how we show up in the world. And a lot of times in the school environment, other schools, kids of color don't get opportunities in theater. They shy away because of the roles that they might get, or, we're doing the summer musical at Langston. We do the summer musical and you have the audition, you got 200 kids of color showing up. We got 60, and that's still a lot of parts. We got 60 roles and you got 200 kids of color. That's because they're not getting it in the other schools. They're not getting the opportunities. And so that's what we want to do at ATS. We want to make sure they get the opportunity to play any role they choose to play. They get to intern, and I want to make sure I talk about the intern opportunities. Right now, we've got interns at the Seattle Rep, at KEXP. We want to, we already know there's somebody interested in coming here, right? They're watching the thing and they're seeing you and they're saying, ooh, I want to do what she does. I want to learn about that. So that's what we do at the school, right? We help them see the possibilities and that they can do whatever they choose to do in this life. And it's transferable to anything they choose to do. Yeah. So that's what I'm passionate about and what I think is important for our young kids of color in particular.
Well, you really have just your entire legacy shows it. You're not just about talking about it. You really are a doer. And, last week I produced a series called Black Love When We Met. And something that Quinn said on the final day, he said his wife, Aaron's mother, she would always tell them love does. And I just think it just is so true. Love does. Love is giving, seeking nothing in return. That's the real definition of it. But your legacy really showcases that. And one thing that I really appreciate about your approach was this open door policy you had at Langston that I think followed you at Seattle Centers, following you at ATS. Is this opportunity for young folks to connect with you and all that you've learned over the years so that they can understand, that they can see themselves in creative fields. It's so necessary. And I think we as a city of Seattle and really the state, we have an opportunity to really retain our talent here so that they don't feel that they have to go to these other markets. That's what I'm excited about, to really see flourish in the coming years. I know it's happening. We got the Soundstage Studios now at Harbor Island.
Right. I've heard about that.
So, those are three major Soundstage studios. And, they're starting to open up and open up opportunities, but they
Right.
also have a lens of equity, which
Yeah.
I think is so key.
That's right.
You have to
Mhm.
have that in order to ensure that those who are normally
That's
not included
Mhm.
are. And so
Yes.
I love how you made that message clear. I
Oh,
mean, if
yeah.
folks want to connect with you, with what you're doing at ATS, you can
Yeah.
look right there and let them know how to connect.
Oh, hey, go to our website. It's a beautiful website that Dr. Powell has put together and worked with the team of individuals to put it together. But go to our website and register, or just come and visit. Come see the school and see what we're doing. The website gives you a lot of information. So, yeah, students, check us out and register. Come to this school.
I
So-
love how you guys call it a family. It's definitely family. I
Yeah.
felt the family feel here with the ATS takeover. Legendary Steve.
All right.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with me today.
Mhm. Yeah, glad to be here.
Oh my goodness. I told you guys it was going to be a great show. You know, we had to start off with some serious news, and I'm definitely going to be out there on the streets looking for my niece. But I got to tell you, there's something so brilliant and beautiful about being able to uplift what people are doing in our community. And shout out to ATS School at Southlake for really being intentional to connect with our families and our young folks who sometimes slip through the cracks. We need to actually elevate these opportunities for them to do what they love. So it's been an amazing show. I thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys following us on these Feel Good Fridays and coming on the journey with us. It's always great to have you with us. And this weekend, of course, tomorrow night, we got Weird at Night. It's coming up at 10 p.m. right here on Converge Media. You guys check them out and all the things that they're doing that are super weird, but really dedicated with their production schedule. I'm telling you, they are top level with all of the things that they pull together for these episodes. So check them out. And on Sunday at 8 p.m., we got Truly Unruly with the True Fonts. They're diving into their love story every week with you guys. So go ahead and check that out. And for me, always see yourself as a part of the solution. Be inspired by all of the guests that were on here today because they are doing just that. So we give you guys direct examples so you can't say you don't know what it looks like. Please see yourself as a part of the solution. And as Omari would say, go forward in your purpose, go forward in your humanity. Until Monday at 11 a.m. Peace.